Okay, I think we're live. And let's see here. Welcome. This is the WTYL program. Let me pull up my welcome banner. Yeah. We're having a web chat today for Young Lupians. This chapter looks for ways to empower and support our young lupus patients. Each month, we will post a live video to work towards that goal. Perhaps you're a parent or a caregiver out there looking for fun ways to engage with a young lupus patient, or perhaps you're an adult with lupus looking for fun things to do with the kids. This program is all about the kids, the future leaders of the world. For those of you who do not know who I am, I'm Leslie Tierney. I'm the Vice President of Operations and Patient Navigator for the Lupus Foundation of America, Greater Ohio chapter. Joining me here today is a dear friend and lupus advocate, Lisa Fleming. Lisa was diagnosed with lupus at the age of 11, and she and her family have been dedicated for years for towards the mission for the Lupus Foundation of America. And she has recently been featured in our Living with Lupus magazine. She's an international yoga instructor and is currently with Branches of Yoga. We today want all of our young Lupians to be encouraged to dream big and reach for their goals. This simply starts by talking about it and working towards those goals. So we're so pleased to be here today and chat with you. Today's topic is on yoga. We have a full hour planned for you today, and I have some questions for my co-host here, Lisa. Then just so you know, this is going to be a full hour presentation. Lisa's going to demonstrate some yoga techniques, and we'll finally, towards the end of the hour, open up the comment section to look to interact with all of our followers. So please be sure to say hello. We welcome questions, and so hi, Lisa.
Hi, Leslie, and everyone with us. Thanks for joining.
Definitely. Thank you for being here today. And so I have a couple questions for you. Let's just start really basic. And what is yoga? Can you explain to everyone what yoga is?
Absolutely. Yoga is actually a word that translates to the word unite. So to bring together. And what we're trying to bring together with yoga is our breath, our physical bodies, and our spirit or mental body. So just joining it all together into one neat package for health.
Okay, cool. So what would you say are some benefits of yoga?
Well, yoga that most of us have heard of is the physical practice, right? The postures, downward dog, cat and cow, things like that. So of course, physical benefits of strengthening our body and also of stretching the body. But in addition to that is the deeper benefits of the mental health, ways to deal with stress, to relax ourselves when we're the only ones available to ourselves. So many benefits. There's so many.
That's great. So it kind of sounds like yoga is a way for us to incorporate exercise and strengthening mental health, working on tips for stress management and things like that. It sounds like an exercise and practice for people to join into when you kind of explain it, right? Because I think we all kind of know what yoga is or seen yoga poses, but maybe have never really thought about what it is. So thank you for clarifying that. Yes, definitely. And then, I know obviously you've practiced yoga for quite some time. You're quite the yogi. I've seen some poses on your Facebook, and which is fun, all fun stuff, and I'm sure it took a lot of practice. But as a lupus patient, could you explain the benefits of yoga, or what has yoga really done for you as a patient?
So many things, but yes. So yoga for me has given me another tool in my toolbox is how I like to think of it. So, as lupus patients, we have doctors and medications. We've got treatments or physical therapy, those kinds of things in place. Yoga is in my daily routine for my health. And I credit it for my recovery of my most recent flare. because it's not just a downward dog or standing on your head. I can be stuck in bed for a period of time, it may be weeks or a month, and in that time I can still be practicing the yoga through breath work or meditation or very simple postures I can do in my bed. What it has done for me is given me that tool to go to, something to focus my mind on that clears my mind, if that makes any sense. And we will practice that, what that means throughout our practice today, so you can experience it for yourself. I'll give very simple techniques to get us into that kind of relief mentally and emotionally, and also the relief it can bring you physically.
Great. All right, so people are out there watching us, and so if you're out there, we're going to be doing some breath work and following along in just a few minutes with Lisa. So be ready to kind of get comfy in a comfy position, and you don't have to get down on the floor. It sounds like you could just do it in wherever you're at, if you're on your phone or any sort of device. So that's great. And you're saying yoga is like a life tool for you, and that's interesting. So that's, what it's helped you through some struggles. And I had mentioned, some really awesome poses and things that I've seen you like in verticals and things that, you probably can't do as a beginner, but this is really a tool, I was going to say an exercise that you can do at any stage of life, right? Whether you're having a lupus flare or whether you're feeling fabulous and can do inversions, I think they're called.
Yeah.
And it could be what you want it to be, which is why I think it's a great tool, as you said, for people to practice and learn. And maybe people out there have done it but can't get to their favorite yoga studio, so that's why we're doing it here today. And so that I'm mentioning yoga studios, we typically start yoga sessions that I've been to with a Namaste, and we usually are in prayer pose when we kind of salute one another. But that was kind of another question I had for you, if you could clarify, what does Namaste actually mean?
The word Namaste, it translates to a lot of words, so I'm going to say it all for you. When we do this with each other, what we're saying to each other is the divine light in me, the pureness in me honors and acknowledges the same divine light in you. And when we practice together, or when we are together, we are one. It's acknowledging each other's purity at the heart. We all come from a place of love. We are all here doing the same thing, same job, getting through this life. And we acknowledge each other and we honor each other. It's a sign of respect and a sign of peace and kindness.
I think that's wonderful. It kind of gives me like tingles all over the place when you explain it to me, because isn't it lovely to honor each other's just true purpose, true pure cause, to just greet each other, say hello, and put the good out there. And I really feel like that's what the world needs here today. I wish the world could join us just for the few minutes that we're going to spend with each other, and just let go of whatever crazy antics are out there or whatever stressors are happening in your life, and literally just greet each other with a namaste, and just kind of let go and bring that. I'm sure there's much more meaning behind it, but the way that you explained it is the purity, the light, that type of energy is what I surely need here today. So thank you for explaining that what Namaste means. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
So without further ado, I'd love to hand the class over to you. And if you don't mind, I'm going to join you in my little homemade studio. It's my family room that I set up to join everyone. So I welcome everyone. We're going to do some yoga. Please get situated for a yoga demonstration and follow along with us. I just want to mention before I pop over to my little homemade yoga studio that at the end of this session, we're going to open it up with some comments and questions. So please be sure to say hello. If you're catching this not on the live view, but later on, go ahead and drop us a hello. We'll be opening up the forum for direct questions to Lisa as a lupus patient and yoga instructor, and ways for us to all connect. So don't go away after our demonstration. Please be sure to comment with us. So I'll be right there, Lisa. I'll join you in just a second. Take it away then.
Okay, we'll see you soon. Hi, thank you so much for having me, and thank you to Leslie and to the Lupus Foundation for reaching out to offer this class for our young Lupians and also their families and friends. This practice that I'm going to share with us today is geared for lupus patients because, I mean, we are all lupus warriors, right? Whether you're a patient or a caretaker or parents, of course. But also, this practice is good for anybody. So literally any body. You can be in a chair, you can be in bed, and there are always modifications. So one of the things I would encourage you to ask if you do feel inclined to ask questions or comments at the end would be how to modify something for your body. There may be something that we're doing today and that you're not sure how to make work for you in your situation. And that's what I'm here for. So reach out and I will help with that. Okay, so let's get started with the yoga. What you're hearing in the background are singing bowls. Hopefully it's calming and pleasant for you. And again, that's another thing you could comment on. So I like to begin every practice with centering, which just means to quiet ourselves, to get in the present moment that we're in. So if you can get yourself comfortable right now, again, you could sit or lay down, it's up to you. And just close your eyes and tune your ears into everything that you hear. That includes the music, the sound of my voice, what's going on around you in your home or outside your home maybe. Just notice every sound you hear. With your eyes closed, acknowledge those sounds and allow them to be there, not affecting you at all. Take a deep breath in through your nose if you can through your nose, if not through your mouth. And exhale through your mouth, like a sigh of relief. Exhale. And let's do 2 more of those deep breaths in through your nose. Big exhale out through your nose or mouth. One more time. And release. You can allow your eyes to open if you want to, but you don't have to. This feeling of calmness, peace, I like to call this Shanti. Shanti. It means peace. Peace in your body, peace in your mind, calmness. Your next step, our next practice will be Pranayama, or breath work in English. And for today's practice, I've chosen the box breath because it's simple, because it's something that you can do while driving, while sitting in school, or in a meeting. Nobody will ever know you're doing it. But it has such great benefits, like calming your stress, centering you, getting us present in the moment, relieving pain, physical pain in the body, calming and slowing your heart rate. And it's amazing for anxiety. Keep this tool also in your back pocket. So box breath is very simple. It is a inhale to the count of 4, or whatever number you would choose for yourself, and then hold for the count of 4, where you just hold your breath. Then we exhale to a count of 4, and we hold the breath again to a count of 4. So perfect size to a box. I'll be counting for you. Your only job is to close your eyes if you're comfortable that way. Otherwise, open them and focus them on a target, and something that's not moving. So don't pick your pets. Don't pick the dog or the cat. Pick maybe a spot on the ceiling or a spot on the wall, or maybe something that brings you joy to look at. Otherwise, close your eyes. And together, let's all take a deep breath in. Big inhale, fill your lungs as much as you can. And then exhale completely, empty your lungs all the way out. And we're doing this so that we can do this practice together. We're all in our own homes. Keep your breath out. When you exhale, do not breathe in again. Keep it empty. I'm going to talk for a few more seconds. We'll all be breathing together. Think about how magical this is in all of our own homes and places at the same time. We're all going to inhale now to the count of 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Last one. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathe naturally again. Take as many breaths as you want, as deeply or shallow as you want. Allow your body to tell you how to breathe. How about trying that? You might notice that you don't really need a deep breath right now. And maybe that's because you've become so oxygenated. You've just fed your body so much clean air that it's calm and relaxed and doesn't need much. Everyone is different. So also, while we practice today, please refrain from judging yourself. It does no one any good to say to yourself you didn't do it right or not enough of it, whatever it is you're saying. All negative self-talk stops when you hit your mat. Let's take a deep breath together. When you exhale, go ahead and open your eyes. You can open them gently. And if you're lying down and want to sit up, now would be a good time to gently stretch and move your body and get yourself very gently up to a seat. But like I said, you don't have to sit to do any of the practice, just modify. So next, I would like to share cat and cow in an alternative form. You typically see cat and cow on the hands and knees, and I'll demonstrate for you, but we're not going to do it this way today. So normally it's like this, where we inhale and we exhale, rolling the spine. And see how I lift the hips and the head at the same time, and I tuck the hips and the head at the same time. But today, I'm going to share how to do this in a seated pose. Since a lot of us have pain that may keep us off of our knees, here's an alternative way. If you're seated like me, then hands on the knees. If you're seated in a chair, same thing. If you're seated in a chair, your hands would be on your knees as well. Okay? And we'll be inhaling as we lift the heart and take the head back. So it's the tip of the pelvis back and your head drops. Imagine you have a tail, like a puppy dog, and the tip of the tail is poking you on the forehead. Okay. And on our exhale, we round the back into cat pose and we tuck our tail and again, poke yourself in the forehead with that tail. It's a fun visual. Inhale, lift the head back. Exhale, fold your body forward. But a few more times. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, round your spine. One more time. And exhale. And inhale, back to center. Sitting as tall as you can. Or if you're laying down doing these, same kind of motions, just on your back. Same thing. Okay, let's bring the palms together at the heart. And this is called Anjali Mudra, prayer pose. So mudra is a hand pose. We'll be learning some of those today as well. If you're warming up, time to shed layers. So palms hit your heart in Anjali Mudra, where you press the thumbs into your heart center just enough to feel your heartbeat and connect with that life beating inside of you. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. A couple more breaths here. You notice we take it very slow and mindfully move through our practice. Being careful not to cause any pain. And let's clasp the hands. So folding the hands together. Press your palms away from you. Stretch the palms, the fingers, the wrists. Good. If you can, you'll inhale, lift them up. We're also stretching the chest, the back, and the shoulders here. Getting nice and long and lean. Good. Let's start to lean. Speaking of leaning, to the left. Okay. Gentle left stretch. And you'll feel that in the right side of your body, from your right shoulder, maybe down to your hip or waist. Good. Go as far as your body will let you go without pain. And remember that yoga is not boot camp. We don't go to pain. We don't push through pain. Just like with lupus, we don't want the pain. We don't push through the pain, causing more pain. We honor our bodies and we back off when we need to. It's really simple. Inhale, lift back up to center. Good. Breathe in and out. On your next exhale, go to the right. Nice little lean. And the other beautiful thing about yoga is that we balance in yoga. We balance everything. So what we do on the left, we do on the right. Okay. Equal counts, equal time. That means we've got 10 seconds left here. Continue to breathe. If you're having pain, back off a little bit. Good. Inhale and come back to center. Let's release the arms gently down and maybe circle your wrists. It usually feels good here. Also, shoulders circling feels good, especially if you're not used to that motion. Okay. And we'll take what we've done and kind of join it all together in another form of flow yoga. You might have heard of vinyasa or flowing. We're going to do a little bit of gentle flow. I'm going to change the way I'm seated for my own comfort. You don't have to, though. And again, this is another thing you can do on your back. So choose your seat wisely. I just want to come into hero's pose. So for this one, we'll be moving with the breath. So we start with the hands in the lap, palms face up. As you inhale, your arms will reach up to the ceiling and your palms will come together. Well, my camera's not showing it to you, but my palms touch at the top. And then as I exhale, turn your palms away from you and down to the floor, exhaling. And we let the motion match the breath. So you might not be breathing as slowly as I am. My inhale will bring it all the way up together, and my inhale stops when they stop. My exhale does the opposite. Now, my body and my breath are matching, and so are yours. The final thing to bring into the equation is our mind, emotions. So keep flowing. You can close the eyes if it's more comfortable for you. Keep moving with the breath. The whole inhale lifts, the whole exhale takes them down. Be doing this for 30 more seconds. Allow yourself to stay present and in your body. One more full inhale and exhale. And after that exhale, bring your palms back to your heart. Close your eyes and just rest. So in the resting period, use this time to notice how you feel. Physically, notice the energy running through your arms, the change in your heart rate, the temperature of your body. Notice everything you notice in your body. And let's release the hands down. And stretch the legs a little. How about that? So, if you're lying down, you can do this on your back. Just imagine that there's a floor behind my back instead of a wall, right? So there's so many different ways we can do everything. I'm going to start seated with my legs extended long. And another tip for you is if sitting like this is something you want to do, but is uncomfortable because maybe your hamstrings are tight or your back is tight, you can bend your knees as a modification. You can also take a pillow, slide that pillow underneath you to give you some lift. Now I don't have to worry about the tight hamstrings because I'm up higher. Right? So there's options. This might be enough for you to stretch. If you want more, then I'm going to recommend you have your hands on the floor and we start to lean the heart forward from the hips here, as opposed to rounding your back and becoming hunched over. We're trying to stretch legs, not hunch the back. See the difference? So we keep the hands on the floor to remind us to keep our heart lifted, our head forward and up. Try to keep the chin in place so that you're not jutting the chin forward and straining your neck. We keep that in place, we keep the heart up, and we let the stretch be for the hamstrings. If you're feeling it, you've gone far enough. Please try not to get too wrapped up with how far you can go. Instead, stay in the place of, I feel the stretch, it's working. That's really all there is to it. There's a beautiful quote I love about yoga, and I might butcher it a little bit, but here's the point. Try yoga once, and you change your mind about it. Try yoga twice a week, and you change your body. If you try yoga every day, you will change your life. These very simple postures we're doing today count. We're going to be here for 1 more minute. And I'm going to be quiet, believe it or not, for that whole minute. I'm not going to talk. We're all going to breathe and be quiet and just enjoy it. And it's starting now. Begin to deepen your breathing and use your hands to sit all the way back up. Good. Go ahead and circle the ankles, get some blood flow back in your legs. Sometimes I like to lean backwards, maybe not with that pillow. Lean backwards and shake your legs. This is really great for the lymphatic system to get your lymph fluids moving in the body, which in turn help boost our immune system in a healthy way and also relieves bloating. Good. And then let's just tap the body. So more lymphatic drainage. Really good for blood flow. Now if you've got Raynaud's, even the, what do we call that, vasculitis and neuropathy, I know that might bother the fingers and feet, so maybe tapping wouldn't work for you, but the shaking would. And then we're going to do some dry brushing, just very gently. I'm sweeping down and I'm sweeping back to the center of the body. So a little bit down and then bring it back up. And you always end it with the upward motion. That's us moving the lymph fluid to the center of the body so it can be distributed and get rid of waste, toxins. Very simple way to help clean the body. And then let's do our arms too. So just swipe down and then back up towards the shoulders, right? As you press down, very gentle sweeping, and then back up again. A little awkward, but kind of fun and soothing. Good. Let's try another stretch, another yoga pose, asana. So the word asana means pose. And the language you're hearing, you just follow along here, soles of your feet together, knees wide. And again, you can do this on your back. A tip for you if this bothers your hips is to throw a pillow, or your knees, if it bothers your knees, throw a pillow underneath each knee or under the hips, and that will help give you support. I like to get a little bit closer, and I was born this way. This was not a yoga practice. Not everyone's built like this, so you got to do it your way, the way that works for you. And then we're going to have little butterflies, up and down, up and down. I know I started a thought and I lost the thought in this description, but it's okay, it'll come back. It's opening the hips. It was on the language. So the word Namaste and Shanti, which means peace, and Asana, which means pose. The language is called Sanskrit. This was the oldest language that we know of before Latin, that all of our languages have come from. Most of the terms you will hear in a yoga class come from Sanskrit language. At any time, you can stop butterflying your knees and just let your legs rest here. And I'm going to show you a few different ways to be in this pose. So one is the way you are right now, just seated if you are, holding your feet. Another way would be to lean into it. If you want a deeper stretch, you can lean forward and get extra stretch. If it's a little too much for you, lean backwards. Takes the pressure off the hips and allows just the legs to open the hips. No more stress on them. And another way, a way to do anything is on your back, of course. You can do this. And believe it or not, we got one more. I wish I could hear your voices so you could guess, but I'll keep you from the suspense right now and show you. One other way you can do this that is my favorite is your legs up the wall, let your feet be on the wall, and your knees, you can use your hands to press open. That's fun. Pick your way. And look at that. You can even use a couch like Leslie. So many ways to do so many poses. Pick your favorite. And we will be resting in this pose for 2 more minutes from here. If you find your mind is wandering, go back to your breathing, your box breath. Remember, you inhale to the count of 4. You hold for 4, exhale for 4, and hold for 4. It will help keep you present and relaxed in the pose. One more minute. If you're lying on your back right now, stay on your back. But make sure you've got room to spread out your legs. So it would be a good time to gently stretch and change position. If you're seated like me, you're going to come down to your back in a comfortable place for you. Someplace you can spread your arms out and your legs out as wide as you want to be comfortable. Move as little as you need to. Make sure that you have enough warmth. Need a blanket or something, now would be a good time for a blanket. And we're going to practice our relaxation with another hand gesture, mudra in Sanskrit. So to do this mudra, you don't really need to see me. You'll take your thumbs to your ring fingers on each hand. So my right thumb to my right ring finger, and my left thumb to my left ring fingertip. Now straighten your other 3 fingers and kind of tighten them up a bit. So your first and second fingers are right next to each other. Your pinkies are straight. Good, now let your arms rest on the floor. Holding this mudra, it's called the Pretty Mudra, and it's magical. With your hands in this position, the mudra works. It works to release fear, to boost your self-confidence. It strengthens your bones and muscles. It releases so much stress from your body and mind. And it helps to grow your mental strength. As a bonus, they say this mudra also creates a glowy complexion. You rest here, gently breathing, holding your mudra, and allow Shanti to roll through your mind as a mantra. Shanti, meaning peace. Peace in your mind, peace in your body, peace in your soul. Very gently, naturally inhaling and exhaling peace. Allowing your body to feel heavy, relaxed, calm on the floor. Feel that relaxation. Breathe and continue to release any tension, any worry, or stress. Begin to think of what you need the most in your life right now. Is it peace? Is it health and healing? Strength? Love? Think about what you would like to have right now to make you a better person, a happier, healthier person. And as you inhale, breathe that in. I am strength. Whatever it is for you. And as you exhale, breathe out what is weighing you down. As I inhale strength. And as I exhale fear. Allow your gut, your intuition to give you the right words for you. And if you can't think of anything, use strength to inhale and fear to exhale. The next few minutes, rest, breathe in what you need, and breathe out what you don't. Yoga stretches and strengthens us in so many ways. It invites us to breathe, to be in our bodies, in the moment, and in peace. Notice how you're feeling right now. And notice the change in energy, how you feel now versus how you felt when you began your practice today. Notice the calmness, the mindfulness, the awareness of your whole body and breath. Lying on the floor where you are right now. In this moment, everything's okay. Memorize this feeling and take a few moments to memorize any other intuitive messages you may have received during a practice. Maybe you thought you needed to start meditating more or breathing more or doing more yoga. Any messages you heard during your practice are relevant, special, and a gift. When you feel ready, I encourage you to wiggle fingers and toes, bringing some sensation back to your physical body. Very slow, gentle movements that feel good to you. If your legs are extended, bend your knees and place your feet on the floor, feeling the earth underneath them, supporting you and your body. Very gently rock your knees left and right, and they're like windshield wipers on the car. Feeling that stretch and release your lower back and wake up your spine. Eventually rolling over to the right side of your body. You rest there in the fetal position. Just keep the eyes closed if you like. Memorize your mantra in your head. And very gently come up to a seat again. Of course, you can choose to remain lying down. There's no reason you have to get up. But once you've risen, let's take the palms together at your heart one more time for Anjali Mudra, prayer pose. Just pressing the palms gently together. And let your nose drop towards your fingertips in humble prayer, gratitude for your practice today. Gratitude for Leslie and the Lupus Foundation for holding this practice for us. And gratitude for ourselves. We are tough. We're living with lupus. We're supporting someone we love who lives with lupus. And that makes us as strong as we can be. Take a few moments to own that. Send yourself some love. And the divine light in me honors and acknowledges the same divine light in you. My soul honors your souls, and I honor the place in you where the entire universe resides. I honor the light, the love, the peace, the strength, the wisdom, and the beauty in all of you. And I thank you all so much for allowing me to guide you in your practice today. Many blessings on your journey. Namaste. Thank you. And please remember, if you have any questions or comments, we are here. Leslie is here as well to help us answer them for you. So share away.
Namaste, Lisa. Thank you so much. I feel so light.
Oh.
I just wanted to share with you kind of my experience of what I was feeling. You know, I practice, right? This is something I want to bring back into my life. And it was so interesting you opened up with box breathing, because that's my first step. It's just breath work. And I giggled a little when you first said it, because it's just so interesting how people come into our life and just energetically it matches, right? And so hopefully anyone else out there was kind of, you know, feeling the same thing, was attracted to the light that we're trying to give out and that positive vibe. So that was neat. But so let me just tell you, I was a little uncomfortable at first. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I felt like I was kind of fighting it. Like I couldn't, I wasn't matching breath to breath, or it was difficult to hold just for 4 seconds, you know, just in the beginning. And then it got a little easier. And then it got a little easier. Then towards the end, when you said to reflect back at that beginning, it was like, now, you know, this is, I have released, you know what, I don't know how to describe that, but I don't know if anyone else in the beginning might have felt like it was difficult at first, you know, and then how moving on, you just kind of transition to being okay with it. So that was interesting. So we do have a couple comments here that I wanted to just pull up, and we always have some great super fans that are out there. But so we want to thank Kimmy Burke. She's saying hey and giving us some purple hearts.
Thank you.
Kimmy, yes, thank you for joining us and just commenting. Maybe you guys like seeing stuff like this. I really surely loved having Lisa help join us and lead us in meditation and teaching us great things. So I really do want to thank you for doing that. And of course, she's always around. Suzanne's always saying, nice to see you.
Hi, Suzanne. She's everywhere.
Everywhere for sure. So thanks so much, Suzanne, for dropping by. Suzanne's the chapter president and CEO. And then, so we have a longer comment here. Let's just see. So Kathy Glick, I'm a teacher at the heart, and I enjoy the different positions to help ease discomfort while stretching and strengthening neck, spine, circulation. I have so many bad habits that I do not do my body any favors. Thank you. Well, thank you for sharing that, Kathy. Yeah, this is the time that we wanted to open up to you guys. And just if you had any comments, go ahead and pass them through. But definitely we love all of you, Kimmy, Suzanne, Kathy, for commenting with us. And perhaps you're catching this at a different time, maybe not our live version, but go ahead and just drop us a hello, hey. Maybe you had a special intention there that you wanted to set during meditation. I know I'm going to pull this back up to help me work on my box breathing. You know, I've been practicing, but for some reason I felt like I just started practicing like a couple days ago, but I found it difficult to just breathe. And that's strange to me.
Can I say something to that?
Yeah.
Even as a yoga instructor, I still prefer to go to a class and have someone else tell me what to do. And that's a lot to do with it. And I don't, just because I teach it doesn't mean I lay on my mat and all of a sudden I'm in it. It usually takes me half the class to get like out of my head, you know?
Yeah.
So it is a daily practice. It is a lifetime practice. You never master it. You never master anything. You just keep practicing, and every day is different. A stressful day will be harder to find the relaxation in than a day where you have nothing on your calendar.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think it's important to learn something new every day. And yeah, I've learned just a couple days of box breathing on my own. I felt like, yeah, I'm releasing tension, but listening to you is like, yes, I need to work on this more. So that's kind of honed me into just kind of honoring what I was feeling there. And I love the suggestion. I'm going to continue to do this. So anyone out there can continue to rewatch our yoga demonstration or yoga class that Lisa had. If you guys like this, let us know. You know, loopy patients out there, we're trying to create just a positive place for us to come, join together and share input with each other, share experiences. What do we want to see? What do we want to hear? And today's yoga class definitely brought me to just a different level of just thinking clearly. I feel light. I feel great. And I'm so grateful for Lisa joining us. I know we all have many things to do, but it's always nice to just take a moment and reflect on simple motion, simple exercise. I enjoyed the lymphatic tapping. I thought that was great. And, kind of rubbing and those things. You said it might feel awkward. To me, it felt wonderful. Wonderful. I felt so great. So, I think that really brings us to the top of our hour here, Lisa, and I really do appreciate you joining with us. I'd love to have you back anytime you'd love to be with us.
Yeah.
And
invite. I just feel I feel honored and special that you asked. So I'm happy to, and this is my passion. So I would love to be back again. And if anyone has any questions, they can reach out to me too. I'm fine with that.
Yes. Oh, please. Yes. If anyone has any questions about yoga or questions, definitely Lisa's the expert here. So I can connect you guys. If you reach out to us, I'll forward along any information, or they can follow you on Facebook.
Yeah.
Lisa. Okay.
Just Lisa Fleming. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of Lisa Flemings, but it's going to be, me and my man together at a sunset. So
okay.
you find that.
It's good. Yeah, so definitely we can connect with each other. I lost my thought that I wanted to say, but that's okay. It's meant to be here, and I love it. So definitely. Oh, I wanted to say, Lisa, I reached out to you because you've been so involved with the Lupus Foundation for years, and I know of your story. If there's any other patients out there that want to step forward and just let us know. Lisa is a professional patient. She's been through so much. And because with that, she shared the lessons that she has learned along the way and taught them to me. And that's how I know so much about lupus is through all the patients that reach out and talk to me about what they're experiencing. So anyone out there that wants to chat, I want to know who you are too. And if you have a special talent that you want to bring to the table to share with other lupus patients, this is a great place to do that. So thank you for sharing your special talent, Lisa, with all of us.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right. Well, then I will say good afternoon. Have a good afternoon and a great rest of the weekend to everyone.
Bye.
Bye, guys.